Hi, good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday and it's 7 a.m. I decided to do this very quick stream today because I really need accountability. I've been suffering from being lazy. So we're going to get it done today. If you have questions, let me know in the chat. But today I'm working on chapter 14 and I need to get it done. I mean, I don't need to do it, but I want to do it. Um, I gotta get it done, guys. I've been like doing absolutely nothing and I've got to try to finish it. I had no motivation this morning to write, but hopefully being here gets me through it. So we are going to go ahead and start because it's 7 o'clock. And I'm sorry, guys. If you guys hear a cat, it's my cat. She is trying to come in here and jump on everything because she likes when I write. Because she's trying to come in through the door. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and hi, Anna. Good morning. We're going to go ahead and start though, because I got to get it done. I got to get it done before I hit the gym and get the rest of my morning. Let me know down below what you guys are working on. If you guys don't know yet, I am working on a eco fantasy with romance. I'm not sure if it's going to be romantasy. I am like between those two because I'm not sure. And I am on my second draft and it's a complete rewrite and I need to just trudge along. I need to trudge along. So yay, you're working on a reverse outline this morning. I did that for after I finished the first draft and I saw all the plot holes. And that is why I had to do a complete rewrite of Project BK. But that's okay. Draft one did what it needed to do. I needed to learn the story and the characters, and that is what it did for me. And now it's the second draft, and I feel like it's better. Um, and I'm excited for it to be finished so I can move forward on the next step. But we're going to go ahead and start because we need to get some work done. So it's going to be just 25 minutes this morning of writing. Yeah. Yes, it can be really illuminating. I was like, when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, what is this? But I think that's how sometimes everyone feels with their first draft. Definitely was what I felt. But I do feel a lot more confident with the second draft so far. So, yeah. So, we're going to go ahead and start 25 minutes and we're going to get it done. So, let's start writing. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Um, that was really good. It was productive. What about you guys? Did you guys do okay? While we were gone, DW came. Um, and I'm going to put out here that he's going to have something on Thursday evening. But he said it's not on his channel, but we'll see tomorrow. So I'm excited to see what that is, DW. Let us know in the Discord what it is, because I'm going to watch you, whatever it is. Let's see. Ian's here. Good morning, Ian. He says, I have a work meeting in half an hour, but I can hang out until then. How are you, Ian? It's always good to see you in the morning. I did how many words here? I think I did like 200 words, but I had to delete some things because it didn't make sense. I'm just going to be honest. It just didn't make sense. I had to delete some of it. The current place my protagonist is at is in front of a mine, and it is placed in a forest. So if you guys don't know, which you probably don't know because I don't really talk about my project very much, is that the environment or the world that it's in is based on the Pacific Northwest. Personally, I've never been there, but it is somewhere I want to visit one day, hopefully with my family, because I love nature. There's a caveat to that. I don't really like bugs, but I like tolerate them. But Anna says, I did well, mostly working on my settings column to make sure they're interesting and different in each scene. Okay, so what do you mean by that? Like are you making sure it's the place that they're at in each scene that you're making sure is interesting? Because that does sound interesting what you're working on. I was saying, like, most of my stuff is, most of the location or like the world is based off of the Pacific Northwest. I really like that area, but I haven't been, so I look at a lot of videos and pictures for it so that I can get into that vibe. But I was also doing a lot of research on daggers. One of the things that I noticed in a lot of fantasies with female protagonists is they love daggers, but it's not the best choice of weapon for combat at all. So it's really interesting that it's always daggers. Let's see. Ian says, I don't think anyone actually likes bugs. No, I don't know. My husband really likes nature, and he will try to save every little critter unless they're poisonous. And my backyard is like a forest. So a lot of them try to come in. I personally don't like being surprised by a critter. And that happens every single day. Or my dogs will bring in animals that don't belong inside a home, like squirrels, deer, chicken sometimes will come around. That's always interesting. So I'm actually scared of butterflies. It is a phobia. So, but it's not as bad as before, where I would freak out over every little thing. Now it's specifically monarch butterflies that I can't do it. Let's see. Anna says, yeah, basically I have too many scenes in this draft in one room. Oh, okay. I see. TW says, maybe a PNW or writer's retreat if you don't do a family vacation. That would be awesome. If people are down for it, that would be amazing. But everyone is so busy with their life. I love the Pacific Northwest. I think it is, just like Anna says, very magical. And I think that's why I had it placed there. I love the redwoods. I think it is amazing. Like, just the videos that I've seen, oh my gosh, I could probably spend hours there. Hopefully, like, there's no like bears. I think there's only black bears around over there, I think. Um, my family is actually going on vacation in August. We are going to Canada. I think Ian knows that because I was asking him about Canadian stuff. Because I've never been to Canada, guys. I've never been to Canada, and it's so close. But it is my kids and I. No, I think my husband. No, yeah, my husband has never been, which is outstanding that he's never been there either. But we're going to Canada in August, and we're going to Banff, which I'm hoping I'll use for more inspiration for the location, the world building of Project BK, because it looks amazing and I am so excited. So um, I'm excited for this trip this time with my kids because they're little. I don't have anxiety about it this time now that I know how they'll behave in a long flight. DW asked which city I have been for. DW, yes, I will. I'm going to text you. I'm going to text you and ask you all about it because I need recs for Airbnbs and restaurants and which things to go to. Like, what is worth it? I do have small kids, and we're going to drag them with us. So that's the one thing. But it looks so pretty. Like the lakes, the glacial lakes is something that I want to see. And I want to eat beaver tails and I want to eat poutine. Is that how you say it? I've never had it before, but I really want to like just eat a lot of food. And it says, that's my dream trip too. Really? That's great. It would be awesome to have like a open writer's retreat, or would that be too weird? I don't know. I find that a lot of writers tend to be introverted. Like I'm pretty introverted, but I'll switch it on if I need to. Like this stream, it's a very sudden, but I needed like some sort of accountability. And literally I was so anxious and I was like, why am I anxious? Not a lot of people are awake this morning. So, and yes, BW, I will text you. So if you get like a text from a random number, it's me. I'll introduce myself because I remember saving your number on my phone. I'm so sorry. So I'll text you and I'm going to ask you all about it. Because I have a note on my phone about the things that I want to do with my family, but I have to keep in mind my kids. We are going to go to Edmonton for a couple days because it is a work trip for my husband, but his job is paying for us. So that's really nice of them. Ian says, beaver tails and poutine, the Canadian drink. Do you have any other recommendations though, Ian? Because give me the most Canadian thing to eat and I'll go for it. I do have a quick question. Like, do you guys have because we were thinking we want to eat, my husband's is on a carnivore diet. He asked me, do Canadians eat moose? And I'm like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. And I don't think that we should because they're so big and they're so cool. So let me know the most Canadian meal that we can possibly eat and we will have it. Anna's here and she says, so well to me that you have all these animals running around in the wild in the US. Not all the time. It's just where I am, Anna. I'm outside of the city in Texas, and there's a lot of farms around where I live, and there's a lot of areas that have not been touched yet. My backyard is literally a bunch of pine trees and oaks, and right now they're like in full bloom. So green in the back. I wish you guys could see it. But because I live around farms, sometimes chickens will come through the doggy door and my dogs don't really do anything to them. They think that they're just interesting. So they'll come through the door. Sometimes my dogs will try to get a deer in and that's a nightmare because then I'm freaking out too because I'm trying to rescue a deer. The last time that happened, it was a baby deer that they grabbed and I was freaking out. So it's not everywhere. It's just where I live. I live around farms. Oh, and good morning to you too. CK is here. Good morning. Literally cannot believe I'm here for an early morning sprint. CK, good morning. You've been working really hard, so that's really good. So if you guys have any questions, let me know down below. But without further ado, we're gonna start our next sprint in a little bit here. Ian says, I've seen moose meat at specialty really? Ian. Now I have to look for it. But you'll find elk burgers in some restaurants. On the skin is just like America, except the portions are smaller and the drinks too. That is probably very true because I love where we are. I love America because of the freedoms that we do have. I grew up in the Philippines, and so I know like the differences of being in another country versus here. But it's great that y'all's portions are smaller because then that means I could finish it. And now I'm gonna look for moose meat. I've had elk before. There's if there's anybody from Houston, there is a restaurant. It's more like a shack. This is not starting off right, but there's a shack under a highway near the Galleria area where you can get gamey burgers. It is a shack. It's literally a shack under a highway. And trust me, it is actually good. And if there's anyone in Houston and you want to know what that is and you're into exploring different kinds of things when it comes to food, just comment somewhere and I will send it to you guys because came across it by accident with my husband. But it's under a highway. And I'm not even going to lie, it's a little ghetto, but the food is great. So there's that. CK says they're tired. And Anna says, wow. I got it, to be honest. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and start. If you guys have any other questions, just let me know in the comments. I am almost done with this scene and we got to get going. So we're going to do our second sprint. If you guys have anything else, let me know also what you guys are working on. I know Ian has a meeting coming up soon and Anna is doing a verse outline. Anna, let me know. Anna Sophie, because there's two Annas right now. Anna Sophie, let me know what you're working on, and CK, what you're working on now, because I know you just released Witch's Blood, which I need to order. I'm gonna order it on your website though. So CK, I'm gonna do that right now actually because I want to read it. The cover is beautiful, by the way. So let's go ahead and start writing, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay. So in the last bit of that, I was just having a brain fart. I cannot think of another word for invade. I don't want to say, okay, what I was trying to write was someone was trying to invade her mind, but I don't want to use the word invade. I don't know. Also, how did you guys do? I was just having a moment there. Google wasn't helping at all. Um, it just wasn't giving me the words I needed. Anna says crept in, seeped in. Crept in has a good connotation. Seeped in too, though. Seeped in has a good one because it has to reflect the character who's doing it, his personality. Yeah, it is spooky, a little creepy, you know. So, how'd you guys do? While we were gone, um, I think we had some friends come in and also some things in the chat. Anna Sophie said that she's currently working on a new project, so mostly outlining. What is your project about, Anna? Anna Sophie, because there's two Annas here. Let us know. And Jess came in. She says, "Morning, guys. I'm not writing quite yet, but gonna do some stretching because my back's been a little sore and tight." I'm guessing that's back. Yes, do some stretching. Yoga is really good for that. I'm gonna do that later. And CK, thank you so much for all the info on poetry. Because literally last night while I was going to bed, I was thinking I should start writing some poetry just to get myself I guess to get the creativity juices flowing. I feel like that poetry would be a great way to do that. And then for the sprint, Anna says, for the sprint, I did well, finished my settings column and changed my character trait column in my outline. Cool. That is so organized. That's really, really organized. I don't think I have like a spreadsheet like that for mine. I use Google Docs. So I have like different tabs for each characters. But in my scene outline, I'll have settings and then I'll have the characters that are present. That is as organized as I possibly can. And I'm finding that even though like I outline draft 2 scene by scene, I'm finding that I'm also kind of pantsing some things, like plantsing. So I really thought I was going to be like a plotter for the second draft, but it's looking like I'm still plantsing. That's just how I am. CK said that they finished the poem and it's and very lightly annotated. And also filmed a vlog clip. Nice. I can't wait. I tried to be on yours and Charlie's stream last night, but like I said, I went outside and played and I did not burn yesterday. It was actually nice, cool, but really, really humid at the same time yesterday. So CK has a book rec, a poetry Hendrick by Mary Oliver. Let me write that down because I'm going to check that out. Poetry handbook by Mary Oliver. For those who do write poetry, what do you find your themes to be? Or even like with y'all's project, what are the themes that you typically explore? Because typically in any of my writing, and this is going to sound very morose, but I really like themes of life and death and the cycle of that and like our roles in it. Even in my Substack, there's a lot of that in there, like a lot of grief, life and death stuff. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but I don't know why it's so interesting to me. So just wondering what y'all's themes are and the things that you guys write. Is there like any commonality there? CK says, and I'm obsessed with that. I wish that I was that organized, but alas, I'm a planter. Same, CK, same. Anna, you are very organized. I wish I was like that. But she said, trust me, I'm usually not this way. I'm trying to turn over. Okay, but I did the same thing. I swear, like my draft 2 is a scene by scene outline, and I'm still planting. I am still like planting. I can't. Mostly because I'm gonna blame my characters because they have like a life of their own. I can't force them to do certain things. It comes more natural. if I let them do their thing, you know? CK said, oh yes, the stream last night was a blast. I know, I wish I was there, but you know, motherhood, I don't know. That's my number one job. So I need to get it right the first time, because then I'm not just effed, but also my kids will be effed if I don't do it right the first time, or at least do my best as a mom. So, hey, Ian's here, actually in a meeting and can't hear you, but wanted to correct myself. Bison meat can be found in some stores, not moose meat. Apologies. Oh no. Okay. You can't hear me, but hopefully, you know, my actions say what I want to say, which is I'm a little disappointed. Maybe I'll have to look it up when we're in the city. So either Edmonton or I think Calgary. Is that? I'm not sure if that's the city that I'm talking about, but I'm still going to look for something that is specific to Canadian food. CK said, my theme is grief, which sounds really sad, but like, I love it. It's just another facet of love. Yes, it is, right? And it's like the thing that we cannot avoid as people is grief. It's like it's everywhere, and it's in anything. And I think it's so interesting, you know. I don't know, maybe we're just dark, CK, I don't know. Anna Sophie says it's a new idea about children who are captured at birth if they have the ability to read minds and they grow up in a governmental organization where they have to work and use their abilities. Oh, it's interesting. It kind of sounds like child trafficking by the government in your story, but that is always interesting though. I hope to see a lot of controversies there when it comes to that. So, ooh, interesting. And by controversies, I mean in your book. Like, I hope that the government has some sort of like, I don't know, somebody tries to overthrow them because those are kids, right? That sounds really interesting. Is it dystopian, Anna Sophie? Let me know. CK says, so real to your thing. Motherhood is so important. Yes, it is. I think sometimes I believe it's the most important thing I can do right now. I've done other things, but so far it's the most rewarding and the most difficult because my kids test me every single day, guys. They test me. Jess says, I somehow managed to discover and write this whole draft. I'm still not sure how that happened. Oh, well, I did that for the second half of my first draft, and that's why I needed to do a reverse outline because I didn't know what the heck was going on, and I discovered a lot of plot holes. But because I did that, because I wrote half of it and planned the first half, it actually helped me form the story. So discovery writing I feel like is really important for you to get to know the plot and for you to know the story, like to get to know the story better. Yes, you can. Yeah. That's magic. Yes. Well, congratulations, Jess. Okay, guys. So it is 8:15 and I do need to hit the gym because it is one of my self-care. I've noticed that because I do love writing, it has taken over other aspects of my life, like my other values that I have, which is one of them is wellness. So I need to have a boundary with writing, and that's what I'm going to exercise right now. But before we go, do you guys have any other questions? What are you guys going to do the rest of the day? And what are your goals for the day? Before you guys answer, Jess says, I'm trying not to think about what I'll have when it comes to time for the second draft. Take your time, Jess. It'll happen when it happens. Like, I feel like everyone approaches revisions so differently. So do what is best for you. But as for me, what am I going to do the rest of the day? Like I said, I'm going to work out today. I'm planning on making a caramel. Ooh, cool. A little thumbs up. I'm planning on making a caramel cake or something like that. I don't know. I found this recipe and I want to try it. And I have some homeschooling thing to do. And I will try to write this afternoon on the Storyteller Society Discord because I was on a roll right now. And I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. And I hope to talk to y'all soon. And it seems like everyone is about ready to go. Anna Sophie says, thank you. Yes, the parents are trying to stop it. Yay. Okay. Dystopian. Okay. I'm glad the parents are trying to stop it. And it says she has to go to her day job now. Have a great Wednesday. Jess has work today, but try to be better about time management, be intentional about what I'm working on. Yes, very, very good. I know that you're doing the 75 software authors, which I have to applaud you. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's so worth it. I haven't done it, but I do something similar already, so I'm not participating in any of the challenges. CK said, today I'm doing a full day of writing for my Marissa Meyer writing routine blog. Love to knock out some solid brainstorming, maybe a first chapter. Ooh, okay. CK, if you're going to be writing today, and if you want to sprint later, I'll be on the Discord and I'll be doing that with you. Also cleaning part and doing adulting during breaks. I totally understand that. Exercise is so important. Have fun with it. And so thank you. Yes. Okay, great. Okay, I'm so glad that you guys have a full day. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. I know it's the middle of the week. You guys can do it. I'm hoping to do more streams like this on Wednesdays when we all need like a little bit of accountability and motivation. And thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys in the Discord. And if those who aren't on the Discord on the Storyteller Society, CK, you guys can go to CK and ask them for the link. It is a great Discord, great community. And until next time, guys, bye. Thank you for being here. Bye.